Hi, I'm Brett Parker, multimedia specialist for Dairy Foods Magazine. And today we're highlighting Food with Roots, who've made a pimento cheese spread that highlights Pacific Northwest sharp cheddar cheese, pickled sweet peppers, mayonnaise, herbs, and spices. Here to discuss this is Edouardo Jordan, founder of Food with Roots. Eduardo, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Brett.
Can you talk about the initial inspiration behind the pimento cheese spread?
Yeah. So, pimento cheese is not that familiar once you leave the South. I opened up a restaurant in 2018, and Southern food was the highlight of this restaurant. And so I wanted to have like iconic items and dishes on the menu, and pimento cheese is one of those items that stuck out. We crafted this well curated cheese spread together based on traditional methods and created what we call our house staple in the restaurant. From there, people was like, I want this outside of the restaurant. How can I have it? And that was kind of the birth of Food with Roots and bringing it to a retail wholesale distributing aspect with the pimento cheese. Yeah.
Do you have specific principles when it comes to creating a superior cheese product that you adhere to?
Well, I've always been taught in the chef world that if you start with great ingredients, you will get great ingredients out. So, the ideal of starting with the most premium or the best cheese that we can get our hands on was first and foremost. And so that's what we did. We found one of the best cheesemakers in the Pacific Northwest, and we are proud to highlight their product because that is the star before we put our hands on it.
Your company stresses the importance of sourcing cheese from a farmer-owned dairy operation. Why is that so important to your company?
Well, it's been a aspect of my actual culinary career. I'm a chef by trade. I've been cooking in the culinary world for over 20 years, and one of the aspects that I always wanted to do is support locals, support the people who are the fabric of our communities, the folks that are giving jobs to others. And so that was one of the most important aspects. Like I can source, cheese from Wisconsin and Chicago, et cetera, but I wanted to stay local. And we have one of the best farmers driven dairies in the nation right here in the Pacific Northwest. So
Well, on your website, your website really highlights the importance of Pacific Northwest cheeses. I wanted to ask, what do you feel is the difference between Pacific Northwest cheeses compared to other cheeses around the country?
I guess that's a hard one because amazingly, the US makes some very good cheese. We are becoming a very well-known cheese country now. I guess when we used to think about cheese, we used to think about Europe, France, and Italy, et cetera, but we are becoming um, a, a vessel for making good cheese. So I don't want to compare, but my cheese, the cheese that we use is for me, it feels, um, uh, for lack of better words, like creamier, softer, it's smoother, it's still sharp. We use an extra sharp cheddar, and when I compare other cheddars and it get a little bit crumblier as it ages, a little drier in the mouthfeel. But this one has its body, it still has its moisture, and I really enjoy it.
Now, does Food with Roots plan on creating any other kind of cheese spreads within the next couple of years?
Yeah, we will expand our pimento cheese line into other flavors. We really want to do a classic white cheddar pimento cheese. We will introduce a Caribbean or Cajun style pimento cheese. And this is after we get a little bit more footing in the market. We're currently distributed in Alaska, Washington, Oregon, and now we're trying to get into California and then into national distribution. So yeah, once we get that footprint, we can then expand the line.
Fantastic. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Eduardo Jordan of Food with Roots, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you all for watching.